My name is Evan Sanchez. I'm a local entrepreneur and Atlantic City resident. I'm here with Allie Nunzi and Mike Rispoli to talk about stories of Atlantic City. So why Atlantic City? Atlantic City has suffered from what Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie calls the danger of a single story. When people think of Atlantic City, they all too often think of just one story: casinos. And while the casinos are a part of our story, it's far too narrow and has led to a limited understanding of our city both locally and beyond. Atlantic City is a microcosm of the world, filled with schools where 40 languages are spoken, natural beauty like our free beaches, and a wonderfully rich history that includes a legendary jazz legacy. It is true that we have problems of all cities: poverty, homelessness, addiction, and more. But with a population under 40,000, it means we have an incredible opportunity to be a hub for experimentation, to solve the problems that are facing all places in a very small place. Many of us felt that our stories, the real ones, the messy ones, the important ones, weren't being amplified. I'm incredibly proud to say that the movement started that night has surfaced and spotlighted previously untold, important Atlantic City specific stories through the Stories of Atlantic City initiative. The work must continue because Atlantic City is so much more than just a casino city. It is diverse, it is beautiful, it has the potential to solve big problems and once again become a world-class city. But only if we change the story.
One thing that we want you to understand is what was missing. I'm sure if your newsroom asked you to take time out and foster caring, genuine relationships with people of the community, you would probably have a challenging time finding a few extra minutes, even in your most well-intended day. That's where people like myself, the non-journalists, come in. It's crucial that we encourage you to identify key partners that already have established trusting relationships with people in the community. People know me, people know my team, and people know that they can trust us. We're here today to point out the not so obvious. The forgotten folks that have been raising their families in these neighborhoods for generations. The people that care for their neighbor even when the city seemingly doesn't. The people championing their environment with every card stacked against them. People that promote the human spirit even when basic needs aren't even being met. It takes a depth of courage, humility, and vulnerability, not only to see, but to listen for what's really going on, beyond the obvious, beyond the biases that you may have about your own community. What we learned when we leaned in a bit more in our own city is that people take care of other people. So my question to you is, can you identify key partners that you might work with as an access to more authentic conversations in your community? What we know is that our words create our worlds. The stories we tell and what we tell our children is what they live into. We're accountable for better stories that share the fullness of who we are.
It looks really different than what a lot of collaborations in journalism look like. This was something that was led by the community and not the newsroom. As someone who is a former journalist and is now a community organizer, I think that there's a lot of things that journalists who are interested in doing collaborations can learn from organizers. Your success is your community's success, and if you want to be successful, you need to work with people and get as many stakeholders invested in collective success and justice. Even if you're a journalist, even if you find it challenging and maybe a little uncomfortable, your future depends on collaborating with the community. And we need to stop thinking about the community as a liability. Instead, your community is your greatest asset. If anything, community newsroom collaborations strengthen journalism, and it makes it more reflective of the democracy that it's supposed to uphold. If you're tired of hearing your audience criticize your work, call the community in and activate them. If you're tired of feeling overworked, that you don't have enough time to find all those rich stories out there, call the community in and activate them. If you're tired of feeling that the public just doesn't understand the value of journalism and what you do, call the community in and activate them. What's exciting about community newsroom collaborations like this, like the Stories of Atlantic City project, is that the community stops just being news consumers, instead they're constituents for local journalism. Thank you.